Good morning, students. Today our lesson is about session 5, Pop Art Letter, assignment 14, experiment with the text tool, and assignment 15, your name as a pop art. Now, today our lesson is how we are going to write letters or words using text tool. So use our objective for today's lesson is use the text command in the program to create an artwork using your name. So we are going to create an artwork using our name. So before we start, here is the warm-up. So tools we used in the previous lesson are Internet Explorer, to find our files. Paste in, it was used in creating a logo. Zoom in, zoom out, polygon tool, bottom base triangle, rounded rectangle, selection tool, rhombus, ellipse, rectangle, lasso, and scrolling tool. As we know, Internet Explorer for finding the file, paste in to paste the picture for the logo, zoom in to zoom the area I want to select, zoom out to bring back it to normal, polygon to select a shape, to select an area according to my shape, bottom base triangle if I want to put the logo in a triangle or something, or in a rounded rectangle, or in the rhombus, or in the ellipse, or in the rectangle. So I use all these tools for putting in the logo in the shape I want the logo to be. Lasso is same like a polygon tool, selecting the area according to the shape. Then we have the selection tool for if I want to select anything, I use the selection tool, and I have a scroll tool for moving my window up and down or a picture. So our lesson for today, as I told you, is going to be about the text tool. So about the text command, we are going to use the text command for writing our name in a different way. So what are the steps we are going to do to take for completing this? We are going to open the photo filter, then we are going to click on new on the standard toolbar. On the standard toolbar, we are going to open the new file. In the when we click on a new file, this window will open. In this window, you have to select, instead of pixels, you are going to select inches. And here in the width and the height, we are going to put in the width 10, and in the height we are going to put the height 7.5, and the measurement unit is inches. Once it is done, we are going to click OK. After this, we are going to take the text tool, write the name. Then we are going to make your name using the text tool. We will write our name using the text tool. Then make your name with the drop shadow. We are going to put the drop shadow like a shadow for our name. Make your name with the outline. My name, but with an outline. The outline is going to be highlighted. Then make your name with the patterns. These are the patterns we are going to put inside our letters. The letters. We are going to write the name. And inside that letter, instead of putting the color, we are going to put patterns. And then make your name with the stencils and the paint tool. The stencil, this is going to be like this, the stencil. Text with the stencil effect, like this. And then we are going to fill these letters using the color palette and spray tool, paintbrush tool, and fill tool. It's transform the selection. To make the stencil effect, we click on the transform to selection, and we will use the color palette and these tools, fill tool, paintbrush tool, and the spray tool to fill the colors. This is the stencil effect. Then we are going to use the stencil effect. Same the stencil effect, but this time we are going to fill the letters with patterns. So what are we going to use? We are going to use the what is this? Image Explorer. Yes, Image Explorer to find the patterns. When I click the Image Explorer, I will click on Explore, and then I will go for the pattern folder In the pattern folder, this will open for me. Click on the image explorer, check for the explorer, pattern explorer, and this image will open for me, and I will double click on the image which I want to fill in my pattern. When I double click, I have to click make sure that I have a check mark beside the pattern here. Once my check mark beside the pattern, then I can fill it with using anything, either the spray can, a brush, or anything. Now usually we have the fill tool we are using for the patterns to use. If I want to fill the pattern, I use the fill tool to fill my pattern. So then after this, we are going to make our name flip and rotate. I want to rotate my name to flip, and I am going to rotate. Flip, we have flip vertical, it's going to flip your name vertically. Flip horizontal, it's going to flip your name horizontally, and rotate 90-degree. Counter clockwise, CCW. Counter, C means counter, clock, C means clock, and W means wise. Counter clockwise and rotate 90-degree clockwise. Then we are going to add a mask to the canvas. Mask means this one, a shadow effect, like an effects. The mask, these. The canvas means the working area, the white area on which you are writing or you are putting your pictures in. So how I am going to put this mask on a working area on a canvas? I will click on explore. Again, I am going to click where? I'm going to click in the image explorer. Which is the image explorer? This one. This is the image explorer. I'm going to click on the image explorer, then explore, and now here instead of selecting the pattern, I don't want to fill the pattern, I want to put mask. So I'm going to select the mask folder. Once I select the mask folder, these windows will open for me. This window here, I can choose the mask I want. Click on the mask. Once you click on the mask, this window will open for you. Choose the color you want for the mask, how darker or lighter you want. Select sketch mask, and then you are going to click OK. Before clicking OK, make sure that you click on preview. So this is it, and this is our sample for the lesson. Here we apply the text. This is shadow, this is with the outline, and this is with the pattern. This is with the brush tool and thing. We put the patterns, and we are going to use the stencil and that and the fill tool. And it's flip, rotate, flip horizontal and flip vertical, rotate 90-degree clockwise, rotate clockwise. Okay, now let's start. Let's open our program. We'll go to file, new, and as I told, we are going to click 2 inches. We are going to select inches, and in inches we are going to put it 10. And it is 7.50, 7.50. Done. And we'll click. This is our window, and the first one is make your name using the text tool. So first of all, I'm going to click on the text command. Okay, this window will open for me. I will click, I will write. Okay, let me write LOIS. Fine, I will choose the color I want for the LOIS. Let's take it pink. The size, the handwriting you want to change, any handwriting you want to change for your this, the size you want bold, you want italic, whatever. Then the angle, which angle you want it to be, you can put, like I will put it 10, or let's make it 15. On alignment, you want the text to be right align, left align, or center. And now if you are done, click OK. This is it. Now I will move it. For moving, I need to select the selection tool to move it to the place I want. And if I want to make it smaller, I can make it smaller. If I feel the direction to change the direction, I will simply click the text tool and make the direction more angle. For the angle, I can go for the higher number. Can you see? Make it smaller. Take it to the place you want. Okay, and if you want, you can flip according to your need. Right now I don't want to flip. We'll come back to that later. Right now we only want the text to be here, so I will make it smaller. Take it to the place you want. Let me put it here, and once I'm done, I'll click right click, make sure that you select validate the text. Once you validate text, you are not able to move it to any place. It's there, it's stuck. I cannot move it now. So make sure that if you are selecting the place, it should be there. After this, we have change the text option. We have to make the name with the drop shadow. So I have to go in for the name. I'm going to write my name with the drop shadow. Right click. I'm going to put LOIS again, but the drop shadow. So I will go to I will change the color this time. Let me make it blue. Effects. I will go now to effects. In the effects, I have drop shadow. I'll click on the drop shadow. I will choose the color I want for the shadow, the effect. As I choose the color I choose for my handwriting is blue. So for the drop shadow, I will take the color. Let me take this one, light color. The angle, it's up to you. You want the angle to be what? 5 or less than 5. I want to make it x-axis 50, as it's in the book. It's saying put 50 and put minus 50. Okay, now let's see. Okay, can you see? If you feel it's too far from each other, you can click on the text tool. If it's minus 50, we can go and bring it to this one to 30 x-axis. Okay, text tool, make again effect. Let's go this also to 30. Okay, so it's little near, and if I want to make it smaller or bigger, I can make it smaller and bigger to the place I want. Take it up. Okay, now again I said right click, validate the text. Now this was the drop shadow. Now I want to put the outline text. Choose the color for your text. Take it red. Effect. So here I am going to remove the drop shadow. I will write stroke, and I want the color for my text is red. I will change it to some other color. Let's take it green. Effect. And now here is outline text. Outline text is to put the outline around your text. So the color for my outline, I have to put stroke. The color for my outline should be, if I chose green, I'm going to choose the outline color yellow. Okay, can you see it's little yellow? Yes. Now I'm going to make it text tool. Okay, it's already there, so let me make it a little smaller. If I feel like the angle, I want to change the angle, I can change the angle to 50 degree. Okay, can you see? If not 50, let me make it 60 or 80 more. I want to make the angle more. Okay, so this is my angle. I'm going to take it to this side. Done. And I will right click and validate the text. After this, I have a pattern. I have to put pattern again. Text, effects. Now I'll remove the strokes. I'll go for the pattern. Click on the pattern folder. Here I have to explore the folder for the pattern. Click on it, and here I will look for the folder. Okay, let's take this. Open. I want this pattern. Now let's say okay. Can you see? This is the pattern in my this, but the angle is same what we put it for this one. I want to change it to make it 20. Let's see. Okay. If I am going to make it minus 20, let's see what's going to happen. Minus 20. Okay, can you see? Now this is my text and I'm going to put it here. Smaller or bigger, it depends on you. Make it smaller, make it bigger like we do with the picture. Okay, now once you are done, right click, validate the text. This is the name with the pattern. Then we have the name with the stencil and the paint tool. So what do I have to do for that? Text, I will choose the text LOIS and the color I want, let's take it yellow. And then I'm going to click on what? Transform to select. I will click on transform to select to make my stencil. Can you see it's here? Okay, and if I want the angle to change, it's minus 20. Let me make it minus 40. Okay, it's here. Text. Free transform, it's minus 40. So I will bring it here. Now, I am done. So what do I need? As I told you, we will be using fill tool, we'll be using spray tool, we'll be using brush tool to fill it. Now, and I'm going to use a color palette. Now, what I'm going to select a color I want to fill. Let me take green. So what will I do? I will take a fill tool. Okay, then I want yellow. Again, the fill tool. I want blue. Okay, let me take the brush tool if I want. The size is small, I can make a big size. Right now I'm using the brush tool. Okay, and I can use the spray tool. I can choose the size according to my need. Here, the radius, I can make it bigger. I can choose some other color. Let's take blue. Can you see? Let's make sure the radius is not going to affect the other ones. Okay, I'll take the brush tool again to fill it because it's affecting this one. So I will fill it with again with the color. Done. After it's done, you're going to press the escape key to keep it there. Now, this is my stencil and the paint tool. Stencil with the paint tools. The paint tools were what? Fill tool, spray, brush. Now, I have a stencil with the patterns. So, I'm going to fill the stencil with the pattern. Okay, let's take it. Let's go to this is it, the pattern, free transform. Okay, I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to change the angle. It's 40. Let me make it 30. Okay, so my angle text. Okay, it's affecting, so I will go undo. Remove this box, delete the box. Let me check the text tool, text transform. This is here. I'm going to bring it here, and before bringing it here I need to change the direction of my text. It's 130. Let me make it 50. Okay, let's go for the text effect 50, this free transform. Okay, let me bring it here. Now after bringing it here I'm going to do what? Now I'm going to fill in the pattern. For this I have to go for the image explorer click on the Image Explorer, a window will open. Here, File, then Explore, then I'm going to click on what? The patterns. Yes. After clicking on the pattern, click on the pattern you want to fill in it. For example, I want to fill this 2 times. I'm clicking. This window will open. Do you want the pattern to be in? Yes. And then I'm going to select the fill tool and make sure that my pattern is selected. The check mark should be beside the pattern. After clicking on the check mark, I will fill it with the pattern. Okay. Now I want the other one to be filled with the other pattern, so I will choose the pattern I want. For example, this one. Again, I'm going to choose the place I want. For example, here. Or let's take the other one. It's not taking this one. Let me take this one. Wait. Oh, sorry. I clicked 2 times. I forgot to click 2 times. Click 2 times. Say OK and the brush tool, and then only you can click. You saw what I forgot? I forgot to click it 2 times. So make sure that when you are clicking a pattern, you have to click it 2 times to fill it. Okay. If you don't click the pattern 2 times, it's not going to come. Like the mistake I made. I forgot to click 2 times. Then here 2 times. This window should open, and when you click yes, then only you are able to fill your pattern with the your letter with a pattern. Okay, like this. Let's see one more pattern if we can fill something else. Okay, let me take this one. Let's take the wood pattern. Okay, see, I forgot again. So what I'm supposed to do, I have to click 2 times. This window should open, and I'm going to click yes. Once I click yes, then only I'm able to fill. Done. And then you are going to press the escape key to validate the text. Once it is done, now we have to learn. These are the things we are learning. Now we learn here about the patterns. Here we learn how to fill the different patterns in a different word, in a different letter. So now we have to make the text flip and rotate. Now let's take a text, and I'm going to take a text LOIS again, and I will choose the color I want. Let's take this color, or if you don't like this, you can go for other colors. Choose the other color you want. Okay, now LOIS. Okay, sorry, go to the text. LOIS. I'm writing LOIS. The size is okay. 100. Okay. Escape key. Right click to make the things, or everything is validated, because right click. Okay. See, if I'm deleting, it's deleting the other thing. So better not to delete. Go for undo, because here the text is not validated. So I have to make sure that selection tool is there, so that I can move this box and put it to the area I want, and I will going to escape key to move it. Now text, choose the color LOIS. Okay. Okay. Now done. This is done. This is done. This is done. So we are left only. Okay, let's add the canvas first, or the text tool. So I'm going to explore, right click, Now I'm going to add the what we say. Okay, now let me close this. We don't want. Undo this box, take it to the place you want, and right click, clear. This is something I want to show. If, for example, if I don't want this, I will highlight. I will take the selection tool. I will highlight and press the delete key to remove the area I don't. Move it, keep on moving. Make your text tool smaller. This is how we can delete the thing if I don't want it. I feel like it's I don't need it. Any mistake or anything, make your text the selection tool smaller and you can delete it. This like this we can delete the things. And now text tool again, effect, we don't want anything, no drop shadows, nothing. Okay, we want LOIS. We're going to remove everything from this, no error, no patterns. That's why the pattern was coming. Make sure right now I want to only make I want only a plain text without any pattern or anything. So before writing, make sure the drop shadow, the check mark from the drop shadow is removed, check mark from the stroke is removed, check from the pattern is removed, and now come through the text and choose the color you want and click OK. So here is my text. Now I will move it to the place I want. Selection tool, move it to the place you want. Here it's overlapping, so what will I do? Go no, because I need to change it to I need to flip it, so it's overlapping, no problem. I want to flip it. I will choose what I want to flip it. I want the flip horizontal, I want flip vertical. What are the two things I can use? I will take it flip horizontal. If you can see what happened, flip vertical, horizontal. Can you see what's happening? So I will change it. I'll make it smaller, take it to the place I want. I did flip vertical and I will keep it like this. I want it to be flip vertical, so this is it. Right click and validate the text. Now again we'll go for the text. We'll change the color this time. Again let's go for the red color. Okay, this is my text. I want to move it to the place I want. Let's make it smaller before going for anything. Oh, this is small. I'm going to put it here. Make it little smaller. Okay, this is my text. For moving, make sure that you are going to use the selection tool if you want to move. Now I did flip vertical. If I'm going to flip horizontal, this is going to happen. Flip vertical, this is going to happen. So this is flip horizontal and this was flip vertical. Can you see? Each time I'm clicking, it's changing its directions. Now I click it flip vertical. One of them is flip vertical and one is flip horizontal, and validate the text. Done. After this we will be using rotate 90-degree counterclockwise, rotate 90-degree clockwise. So what I'm going to do, I'll click on the text tool, choose the color you want, any color. Now, okay, this is my text. As I told you, we have to make it small according to our need because I have to place it here. So I'm going first thing, rotate 90-degree counterclockwise. So I will click the counterclockwise. Can you see what's happening? It depends what I want. If I'm going to rotate the clockwise, rotating. Each time I'm rotating, its direction is changing. Can you see? It is S is this, S is here. Now if I'm going to click, S is here. If I'm going to click again, S is in this corner. If I'm going to click again, S is in this corner. So it's moving on all the corners. So it depends what you want. Which corner you want your S to be. Okay, let me put it here. Right click, validate the text. Now again, the text, we'll go for it and we'll change to orange. Okay, Now make it small. And bring it to the place you want. Now, again, same thing, counterclockwise. Done. This is the counterclockwise. Again, right click and validate the text. These were the things we learned today. And now we have the last one, that is the mask on the canvas. So what I'm going to do, Internet Explorer, click on the Explorer, and I want the mask now. Click on the mask. As I told you, you can choose the mask you want. It's up to you which mask you want. So let me take the one I want. I want the mask for this. Let me take this one, or I'll go for this one. Click 2 times. Now choose the color you want. It's up to you which color you want. Opacity, you want the lighter or the darker? Okay, and the it should be the sketch mask. And now we have the directions. If you can see, preview, this is it. If I want to change the direction, this is right now what I am going to, it's going to, here, you want in the middle or you want on the sides? Middle or sides? Now you want to change the direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise. And you want it more lighter or you want it more darker? Let me make it 50. Preview, to make it little lighter. If I want more lighter, I'm going to make the size lesser. The size, the color will be more. The number is high, the color is going to be the darker. The number is less, the color is going to be lighter. So let's make it 40. Done. Okay. I put the mask. I learned how to put change the how to write, simple writing, how to put the shadow, how to put the outline, how to put pattern, how to use how to fill the text with the brush tool, with the fill tool, with the spray tool. And I learned how to fill the text using patterns, different patterns. And I learned how to flip vertically and horizontally. And I learned how to flip counterclockwise, 90-degree clockwise, and 90-degree clockwise. And I learned how to put the mask. Now if I want to decorate it, I can use the spray tool to decorate by choosing the color I want to decorate it. It's any color I want, simply to decorate the area, to make it look nicer. It's up to you how you are going to decorate. You want to fill the whole area with the same color, or you can use any other color to make it look nice, to decorate it. But make sure that you're not overlapping the on the text. You're not overlapping the colors. This is the lesson for today. So after this you can save it, file, save it as in your folder. So what are the things we learned today? Let's go for a quick review. We learned how to open the photo filter, then we'll open new, and here we are going to select in the width 10, and the height is going to be 7.5, and the measuring unit is going to be inches. And we learn how to put the text tool, with the help of a text tool, how to write. and how to change, we learn how to change the font size and the font color and everything. Then we use the drop shadow. In the drop shadow, we click on the drop shadow and we put the x-axis and the y-axis to 50, and we choose the color for our drop shadow. And we learn how to write the name outline, how to change the outline of our text by clicking on the stroke and changing the color. We also learn the pattern, how to fill the text with the pattern by clicking on the fill pattern and searching for the folder for the patterns, and then selecting on the pattern by double clicking on the pattern and using the fill tool to fill the pattern. And then we learn how to fill the stencil mark with the colors using spray tool, brush tool, and the fill tool. And we also learn how to fill the stencil mark with the patterns by clicking by clicking Image Explorer. We go to Explorer, we search for the pattern folder, and we choose the pattern we want to fill our text with by clicking 2 times on the pattern and then using the fill tool to fill in the pattern. Then we learn how to flip, rotate vertically, how to flip, rotate horizontally, how to rotate 90-degree counterclockwise, and we learn how to rotate 90-degree clockwise. And we also learn how to apply the mask to our picture, to our work by going to the Image Explorer. In the Image Explorer, I'll explore for the mask folder. In the mask folder, I have the mask. I will choose the mask I want. Then I learn how to we learn how to go for the opacity. Opacity means the lighter or the darker the mask you want, the color you have to choose. Click on the sketch mark. Then we have to switch between, you want it to switch between either in the outer side or in the inner side, the mask, and you have the 90-degree clockwise or anti-clockwise. Before applying, we can go for the preview to check. If you don't like it, we can change it again. So after you are done, you will click OK to apply the mask. And after applying the mask, this is what we will learn in this lesson. And this was the lesson for today. Hope you like this lesson, and if you have questions, please be free to ask me on the portal. Thank you so much for the lesson today.